to discuss your online habits. Like, what do you do when you go on the internet, right? So, first, we'll just do a basic introduction and answer a question based on our topic. Then we're going to listen to an opinion, right? Someone is going to tell us basically a story about what they do on the internet and how they use social media. I'll ask you guys some questions about the resource, about this opinion, and then we'll talk about our own personal habit, right? So let's get started. I want to know from you guys your name, where you're from, and where you live, as well as what social media do you use the most and the least, right? And when I say the least, it means only the little, the small, tiny bit. So, for example, I use Gmail the most because I use it for work, and I have an app on my phone for Gmail, and I use um, Snapchat the least. It's on my phone, but I never open it. What about you, Kaios?
Hello, my name is Chayot. I come from Bangkok, Thailand, and I live here. The social media that I use a lot is Facebook, and I also use internet to get some infographic information and read again. This application that I use the most. I very use the weekend.
LinkedIn.
Weekend, yes. This application I rarely use it.
Okay, good. LinkedIn. All right. Thank you, Chayos. And let's talk to Batamapon.
Instagram and newsletter.
I'm sorry. Can you speak a little louder? I did not hear the first part of your answer. Can you say it again?
Without social media, I like Instagram and newsletter social media. Email profile.
Is Sorry, your connection went this way. So the least is what?
Nửa tiếng nữa bổ xuống.
Gmail.
I use email apps.
Okay. Ah, I see. Good. And so you started off your sentence, the most I use, right? And we want to switch it, right? We wouldn't usually say it this way. We would say, I use this thing the most, right? So, for example, you said, the most I use is Instagram. And so the more common way to say it is, I use Instagram the most. Do you understand, Patamaporn? Okay. So we want to say, can you say it back to me? I use Instagram the most.
I use Instagram the most.
Good. Is this better? True.
No, it's not you.
Okay. I was like, me? Yes. So, yes, also, Patamaporn, can you talk closer to your microphone? Pertama Corn? I think she's ignoring us. All right. So let's hear from Tron. Hi, Tron. Good evening.
Yes, hello teacher and everyone. My name is Trung and I'm from Vietnam. Now I live in Ho Chi Minh City. And the most social media I use is Facebook. And because I have to some business and I using Facebook as a marketing key for me. And the social media with the less is I think it's a Viber. Because for a long time I don't use Viber more. I just download and just sometime some people using the Viber and I have to connect to them by the Viber. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we want to say, for example, like I mentioned to Padama Corn, right? I use this the least.
Yes.
You want to say I use Viber the least.
Yes. I use Viber the least.
Yeah, because if you say the least I use, it sounds a little strange. So I think when you say this, you mean I use this the least.
Yes.
Wonderful, good. So yeah, I remember Viber. I did not know that Viber.
Yes, it's a long time.
was
Long time.
around.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, Trump. And let's hear from Kataya.
Hello, teacher. My name is Kitaya. I come from Thailand. I live in Bangkok. I think I use Line the most because it's easier to chat with my friends, and I use Facebook the least because I think it has many advertisements.
Yeah, I think I don't use Facebook as often as I used to, but it does have many advertisements, and it gets kind of annoying. That's why I don't go to YouTube. YouTube is always an advertisement. But yes, I love Line. I love Line and Line Friends. I live in New York, guys. So hello, I'm Courtney. I live in New York, and I use Gmail and Snapchat. Right? Gmail the most, Snapchat the least. I used to use Line, and I love all the cute little Line emojis, and I buy the Line friends for my children. There's a Line store here in New York in Times Square. All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. So what we're going to do, let's listen to this opinion, and we'll talk a little more about it. So social media habits. So let's talk, right? What is a habit? Let's ask Trump.
Yes.
When we say habit, right? What is a habit?
A habit is mean the thing we do every day.
Yeah, exactly. A thing you do every day or the most, right? Like,
many times.
I brush my teeth.
Yes.
Yeah, I brush my teeth every day. I take a shower every day. I read books every day. These are habits. Okay? So let's listen. Let's listen to Rebecca as she talks about her social media habits.
I think social media is really integrated in my life right now. I'd say that
Can you guys hear it? Is it okay, or do I need to turn it up?
I can.
I can or can't? So you have to let me know, guys. I can hear it or I can't hear it.
I can hear.
Okay, thank you. You gotta let me know. I don't know if you don't say anything, okay, guys?
use Facebook and I check it. I think social media is really integrated in my life right now. I'd say that I use Facebook the most, and I check it both from my phone and from my computer many times throughout the day. It's kind of almost a habit. If I'm bored or if I have some free time, I can go onto Facebook and see what my friends are doing or see what news stories pop up. And it's a good way to waste time, but also to see what my friends are doing and to feel like I can still keep in touch with them. And I also use it for family because my family lives pretty far away from each other in many parts of the US and in other parts of the world. So I like being able to see what they're doing, but maybe I could have a little bit more control about when I'm using Facebook and when I should be face to face with my friends.
All right, guys. So let's ask Chayos. Chayos, tell us, what does Rebecca do? What are her habits while using social media?
The Rebecca habit, she often use Facebook. She often spend time a lot to check information via the Facebook.
Right, exactly. So she checks Facebook to do what? Like, what does she use Facebook for?
To see her friends' movement, to follow the story of her friends, what her friends are doing, or any new story happen.
Right, exactly. Patamaporn, do you have anything else to add? Does she do more? Patamaporn, are you there?
He also used it for family.
Hold on, Patamaporn. So can you talk a little closer to your microphone? The sound is very low.
Okay.
Speak louder, please. It's your sound is very low. It's very hard to hear you. Can you speak louder?
He also used it for family because her family lives and 24 away from it already in many parts of USA.
Right, exactly. So she like Chaya said, she uses it to follow her friends, right, and keep up with their lives. But she also uses it, like the Tamaporn says, to keep up with her family because they live in different parts or areas of the U.S., right? And she likes to see what they're doing, right? So let's go through let's go through some of these words, right? Um, Anybody can answer, right? So sorry. Um, does anyone have a question about any vocabulary in this discussion? So, for example, what does it mean when something pops up, Trump? If we
It's
say,
mean it's appear in my in my screen. It's
yeah,
like
like when you
it's a news. Yeah.
right, exactly, like right, or like when we, for example, scroll, it appears, it shows up to you.
Yeah.
Um, what about you, Kataya? What does it mean when we say, for example, to keep in touch with someone?
It means follow up with them.
Right. So follow up. How? What does that mean to follow up?
It means I know I know my friend doing something.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I love it. So it means to follow up. It means to know what your friends are doing. You can also say to keep the communication, right? To communicate with your friends, to know what they're doing,
keep in touch.
right? Maintain contact and communication. We always say keep in touch when we write in the high school yearbooks in America. We want our friends to stay connected. Okay, wonderful. And let's see, let's ask Patama Born one more question. So Patama Born, tell us, what does it mean when we have face-to-face contact with our friends and our family? Patama Born? Yes. Okay, so Patama Born, I'm going to ask you again. I want you to speak louder, okay? It's very difficult for us to hear you. Speak louder or speak closer to your microphone.
I not hear anything.
Yes, Patama Born. So I'm trying to be. We cannot hear you. I want you to speak up, right? Speak louder or closer to your microphone so we can hear you better.
Face to face, then meet her friends.
Right. So when we say face to face and meet our friends, do we mean on the telephone or at the cafe, like in person? Which one? Do we mean like on the phone or in person? Let's ask Chayos. So Chayos, right? So she said, yeah, like that's correct. When we meet our friends, right? And so what do you think, Chayos? When we meet our friends, is it in person or is it on the phone? Which one?
I think in case to meet friends face to face, it will be good for relationship. But in case our friend is so far from my living, okay, the phone or with the other communication, that is also good. But okay, to meet face to face, it will be good or better than the other way.
Right.
I'm not sure I answered the question.
Well, no, I just wanted to know, like, to clarify the meeting. But yeah, that was a good explanation. So when we meet face to face, like, if everyone turned on their camera, this would also be face to face, right? To meet you, and you look at my face, and I look at your face. But of course, like you mentioned, it's much better to meet when we say in person, which means to first, for example, have be able to have physical contact with someone, right? Like I'm able to touch you, and here I cannot touch you, right? Okay, so my last question for you guys, right? I want to know, like Rebecca, what are your social media habits? How much time per day, right? Per day, do you spend on social media, like your phone, the computer? Like how much time do you spend on social media? And what do you typically do right, on it. So, for example, I I rarely have time to use social media for entertainment, but I'm always on my phone for work. Real adult. And so I spend about 2 hours every day on my phone, either talking to my family or doing work. And I typically use Gmail to write emails and communicate about my work schedule. What about you, Kitaya?
I think I think 3 or 4 hours per day. I use Instagram and Line because I chat with my friends and I see what story my friend upload.
Okay, yeah, perfect, right? So just like Rebecca, you the word is, for example, follow, right? You follow your friends to see what they're doing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So on social media, the phrase we use is follow, and when we follow, we see what our friends, family, or even like Instagram, you can follow celebrities, right? Or celebrities are doing, right? So wonderful. Um, what about you, Trump? What are your social media habits?
With me, I using social media is on day because it's my business, and I using the Gmail on day because I have to checking email every day from my customer, and I upload information from it, and I using the Zalo. Zalo is the application same with to the WhatsApp, but it developed by company in Vietnam. And every day I check the news and the message with in a group in my company because when everybody they finish their job or do something and they tag the message in the group and I know they finish because it's my own business and I just stay at home and control the social media and I using the Facebook because I have to I think maybe more than 10 fan base and more than 20 group in the Facebook with my business, and I have to checking the 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 message from the other people and some in a group, and they asking to the join in a group, and I have to accept or deny. Or some people they posting in new my in my group, and I select by the approve or deny, and I think I using Facebook on day. Anytime I have time, it's my business, and I think maybe 20 hours a day with me is using the social media.
Okay, that
Yes.
makes sense. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Um, what about you, Patama Porn?
I see social media in all the day. I use connecting as streaming, and I like watch drama episodes, and see my friends do it.
Okay, so what dramas do you watch on social media? Do you watch YouTube on dramas on YouTube or Netflix? What do you watch? Where do you watch your dramas?
I watch drama on Netflix.
Okay, wonderful. Um, Excellent. Good. Yes. So you watch dramas, and you said you go on Facebook to see or Instagram to see what your friends are doing, and yeah, those are great things. And how many hours did you say?
Because I am self-employed, so I often use Facebook to advertise my job. So I spend time quite a lot with Facebook, and I also follow many articles and follow the social media. I follow the news from the online media online. So I spend about 2 or 3 hours, and I also follow many movie and series from the Netflix and HBO. So I quite the person who stay with the social media a lot.
So you said you follow HBO?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both on Netflix and HBO. Yeah.
Okay, good, wonderful. So what shows do you follow on HBO?
I just follow. I just finished the Game of Thrones. That is the final season yesterday.
Hello,
and some series I also follow via the HBO, the True Detective.
I heard True Detective this season was very good. I heard the season, this part of True Detective was very good. I like the actor in this season. His name is Mahershala something. But he's very good. I love him. All right, guys. So wow, thank you guys so much for sharing social media habits. It's really interesting to know, like what people do with their phones, right? What other people are doing with and on their phones. Before we go, does anybody have anything to share? Does anyone have anything to say or ask?
For me, no teacher. For me, no teacher.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining my class. You guys are amazing. We just mainly talked about social media and, of course, how we use it and what we do with it. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Goodbye.
Yes, bye teacher and everyone.